Hello everyone, welcome to Our Charmed Midlife. Today is going to be a different video than you're used to seeing from us. For one, it's just me, Dhani. John is not going to participate in this video. He's downstairs working, and I am trying to get started unpacking kind of the amenities bag for our cruise that we're taking in a few weeks. And I thought that maybe I would go over some essentials that I have found that I need traveling as an autistic adult. Some of these are going to be essentials that I think just everyone should have with them if you're cruising. And these are cruise specific, and I'm actually going to get even more specific to the cruise line. But anyway, I just thought that maybe some people would benefit from seeing different options that you could have to make yourself feel more comfortable. So some background on myself is that I did not get diagnosed with autism until about 4 years ago, I think. And before that, John and I had not traveled in about 13 years. Because we had a dog and we never wanted to leave her, and so we never took a vacation. So it had been a long time since I had been on a real vacation. Once Roxy had left us, we decided to take a cruise, and it was a Disney cruise. That was going to be our first vacation, and it did not turn out well. So I am very high masking autistic, but that's very exhausting. And on the first cruise that we took, it just caused quite a few meltdowns, different ways that I was feeling very uncomfortable and was not able to mask entirely everything I was feeling. After that, one, I started to worry that we were never going to be able to travel again. But then two, I decided to really focus and think about what it was that was making me uncomfortable, and were there things that I could purchase and have with me on our next vacation so that I was able to feel better and stay better regulated while we were gone. So again, the only other vacations we have done in these last few years have all been cruises, mostly Disney cruises, but we have taken one Virgin cruise last year, and that's what we're about to go on in a few weeks. The Virgin cruise, well, let me get started on the essentials, and you'll start to hear some things specific about the Virgin cruise where I'm concerned and things that I am concerned about when I'm on the Virgin cruise. So let me just start with some essentials that I think any cruiser can benefit from. One is this bonine, I don't know if it's bonine or bonine, and Dramamine, obviously, if you get seasick. But I'll tell you, I don't have a big problem on these big cruise ships, but I take the bonine one a night. I've never needed the Dramamine, but I always have it in case things get bad and I need something to calm me down. But this really seems to work, and again, the ships are so big now that I don't really have as much trouble, but I thought I would point that out as an obvious essential. Something else that I think all cruise people need, it's hard to see in here, but these are, there we go. These are magnetic hooks. These are the bases and then the little hooks that screw into the base. If you've been on cruises before, you know the walls can be metal. So I always bring these so that I can hang my cosmetics cases. On the Disney cruise, I hang my bags of ears. You can also put them in the bathroom so that you can hang different towels or things like that if you need. So I always suggest people get those. They're easily ready on Amazon, and you can find them. My other always must have, and this is when we're going to any hotel room or anything, I usually get like a 5-pack of these and I take them everywhere, and then when we get into the room I spray down everything, and then I always have it in my bag as we go around the ship, because we all know cruise ships are havens for germs and spreading things, and so I really don't take risks on that. I like to Lysol everything. Okay, let's get into some electronics. So, noise canceling earphones. These are actually Beats, I think. I forget. Yeah. I usually only use on embarkation day for as far as needing them for self-soothing. Embarkation day is usually the worst day because it's a lot coming at me all at once. The very first day, there's all of a sudden so many people. All of a sudden, we have to go here and there and do whatever, and it can be very, very, very overwhelming. So a lot of times in the terminals, I'll put these on, and just with my music, it helps to keep me relaxed and kind of block out things that are going on. But I also love to have these on the cruise because I will put them on and go out in on the veranda and listen to music and just watch the water, and that makes me very calm as well. So always traveling with these for sure. Now, on a Virgin cruise, I do need to take my iPad, but look there, baby. On a Disney cruise, I never take my iPad. But on the Virgin cruise last year when we went, I took this luckily, but when we got on board, we found out that Virgin does not have live television. They have movies, on-demand movies and on-demand TV shows, some. That doesn't work as well for me. Again, if you've been watching this channel, movies and TV they're my special interest, and they're also just, again, calming to me. But I need to have it playing all night while I'm sleeping. And so with my DirecTV subscription, I can just watch live TV from there. And of course, they have good internet, so I can watch, again, even in the morning, just being able to put on like the Today Show or the news and know what's going on. For me, it's just something that I have to do. So I have to, for a Virgin cruise, I have to do this. Now, Disney cruises, they do have their channels. They have, ABC and, they have even the Disney channels and things like that. So I can usually get away without it on there because I can flip through and always have movies on all night and that sort of thing. But Virgin cruise, this is a definite. Another thing that is specific to a Virgin cruise. Again, this whole thing is about me and what I need. The main saying about autistic people is that if you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. We are all different. We all have different needs. We all have different sensory issues. We all have different accommodations that we need. So saying that, this is all I drink. All I drink is water, and I have to drink it out of the bottle. Ever since I was a kid, I cannot drink out of glasses. I just can't. Virgin Voyages is wonderfully a eco-friendly cruise line, and they do not allow plastic materials on their ship. They don't like to have waste. So in your room, they have carafes of water that the steward will refill all of the time, which is fine, but then they give you glasses to drink out of. So I had to get special permission from them to bring on board these biodegradable cups. They're recycled, biodegradable, so that I can have these in the room. And I also do have straws as well that I bring so that I can drink, and that I can go to the buffet with my cup and fill that up with their water that they have up there, since I can't bring my bottles. Now, on a Disney cruise, or whenever we go to any hotel or resort at Disney or Universal, we always bring a cooler filled with these bottles so that I have them in the room all the time. But for Virgin, I can't bring those, so the second best is to bring my own cups. Again, I'm certain everyone's thinking about all of the plastic that I go through, and trust me, I think about it all of the time. I have tried everything. I'm not able to drink out of anything else. So that is a very specific need to have in order for me to be able to drink while I'm gone. So this is for the room. I get, I think it's like a 5-pack of these at a time. So you open up this paper and you have slippers. These are just cheap, flimsy plastic slippers. But I do not like to walk around the room with my socks on or bare feet at night or going into the bathroom. So depending on how long the trip is, I always have these with me, and then I just leave them there in the trash can when the trip is over. They're just disposable, easy peasy, but another way that, again, in my room, I can just feel comfortable. I don't have to worry about what else is on the carpet, and it keeps me sane. Getting into, again, the bathroom area. Before I was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, my therapist at the time had diagnosed me with OCD because I have a lot of sensory issues and other types of issues especially in the bathroom, especially in the kitchen. A lot of my issues are surrounded by water and the sense of water, touching water. So luckily here at home, John is the king of the kitchen. He takes care of cleaning all of that, and so that's wonderful. On the cruise ship, in the bathroom, I have issues. I don't have them with me. I take water shoes for getting into the shower. Which again, something simple. It just makes it so much more comfortable for me to be able to be in the shower. And I know a lot of people do this, and so it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but I also always take my own shampoo, conditioner, body wash. I know on the Disney cruises, everyone loves the H2O products. Virgin, of course, has their own built into the showers. But again, for a comfort level, I need to have my own products that I know how they smell. I know how they're going to make my skin feel. I know how they're going to make my hair feel. It's just something that can make me feel comfortable. When I leave the room and go out into the cruise ship, obviously there's thousands of people, and I'll get to certain things that I have to live within and rules that maybe I have for myself while I'm out there. But coming into this room and using these things, it helps me to feel like I've made the room as close to home as possible. And so that includes all of the products that I also carry with me. So that way, something as simple as weird soap will set me off and make me so uncomfortable that it could take away from the whole trip. So it's worth it. This is something else that many people will think is just wasteful, but it's just something I have to do. These are little toothbrushes. They fold in half. I take a couple packs of these. I use them once and then I toss them because of having a steward come into the room, and I don't really feel comfortable with where these get placed, and it's very hard to describe. I know the stewards are wonderful and all of that, but I just, at home, I have my normal electric toothbrush that I replenish every month. These, I need to use one and done while I'm on a cruise or on vacation because of having other people come into the room. So I understand people are going to think that's wasteful. Again, I need these accommodations to stay calm and have a good time, which is the point, right? We're paying a lot of money for these cruises. I have learned now that these are certain things that I need to do to continue to have a good time and not have to worry that something is going to set me off. What else? I don't have it here. I also have a silk pillowcase cover. It's great. It has just elastic on the back, so it can just like reach over and fit any pillow. I use that sort of pillowcase here, and so when I found this kind of one that just fits anything, I take that everywhere we go. So again, when I'm sleeping, it's the same sort of feel on my skin. It's the same sort of reaction to my hair and all of that. So Just another way to feel comfortable while I'm sleeping there, because I do have a lot of things with sleeping too, and ways that I need the blankets to be, and so it's hard to replicate that when you're on vacation. A couple rules that I need to live by when we're there on a cruise ship, and Disney and Virgin are pretty much the same, but Virgin, it was different. Last year, I did not handle being on Virgin very well. Everyone else who's on the Virgin Voyages cruise, while I think it's lovely that they're this way, they all want to talk to everyone, and they're there to have fun and get to know people. That was very, very, very off-putting to me when we first got there. We were still in the parking garage, and people were like reaching out to us and talking to us, and I went straight to the room and had moments, because that's just a lot for me. It's I can be around a bunch of people, but if people are actually talking to me when I wasn't prepared for it, that was very difficult. Now, going on this next one, I am hopefully prepared for that, knowing that that's how people are on this line. I'm not saying that it's going to make me comfortable and that I'm going to seek it out, but at least I'll know now that that's how people are. Now, on the last one, I think the last 2 days of the cruise, I didn't really leave the room, maybe to go get some food. But John was gambling a lot, and I just kind of stayed in the room and watched TV and hung out on the veranda, and that was fine with me. It was fine. But this time we have dinner reservations. We're hoping to enjoy this one a little bit more. And then we have 2 more Disney cruises, one at Christmas and one in February, which, the Disney cruises, I feel like people stay to themselves a little bit more, but I also feel like those are our people. So when we want to talk, it's usually about Disney stuff, and I can handle that kind of conversation very easily. So I don't know. It's just a different vibe. Now, I'm very claustrophobic. So one of the rules is I have to get on an elevator by myself, or just me and John. I don't like getting on an elevator with other people. Really freaks me out. So we will take the stairs, or we will wait until we can find an empty one. Things like shows or the sail away parties, things like that, where everyone is gathering. If we go to a show, I usually like to sit in the very last row. I also have to sit on an aisle. That's if I'm at a movie theater, if I'm at a Broadway show, I need to be on the aisle. That's part of the claustrophobia, just knowing I can escape. So if we can't get those kind of seats, or if we can't be far enough from the big crowd at any of these parties or anything, we usually will not stay. And that's the same at restaurants. We like to request our own table. I'm not obviously going to be great with sitting with people and having to talk, and it's just a lot. So, I don't want it to sound like I'm antisocial. I'm just not good at it. And so it can be very draining and very, very challenging. So I'm also probably making it sound like we do not have fun while we're gone. We do. We love all of the trivias. We love to do the shows. We do love to do these things. So I just wanted to share some of these items that I am just starting to pack. If I come across something else or some more things, I might do another video. But I'd like to know if you have any tips. 1, if you're autistic, or 2, if you just have things that you need to be with you so that you have a better vacation or trip. I'm still learning a lot about myself and my own autism. And so there probably are still a million things I haven't thought of that I could accommodate myself with and help. So I'd love to hear from other people. What do you do? Oh, one more thing. I also take my own snacks too, because I am also gluten-free and I have a ton of food allergies. And so I'll usually take like some crackers, maybe a box of cookies, something like that, just so I have something in the room and I don't need to constantly go out and field everything just to get a little snack. So just another tip. And I think a lot of people do that though, so that's not a big deal. Anyway, so please comment down below. I'd love to hear from other people, your thoughts on what I've come up with. If you have any questions on these products, I will definitely let you know where I find them or where they come from. I'm pretty certain everything's Amazon. But yeah, that's it. I hope this helped you. And if you have anything that can help me, please reach out. I appreciate it. And we will definitely be trying to vlog as much as we possibly can while we're on this cruise. So subscribe if you can, and then we will have all of these videos out, and you'll see how I really handle being out there in the world. All right, thanks so much, and thanks for watching Our Charmed Midlife.